And here's a clue. We'll show you more next week, but don't send your entries until next week because competition's not open yet and you can't win it. Makes sense, doesn't it? Now, here's some big news. The 32X, the Sega 32-bit conversion system for the Mega Drive, the adapter thing, is coming next week. Bev's going to bring it into the zone, and we're going to have a little bit of a preview of the actual console and the software, and it's huge. But anyway, I'm out of here because I'm Muttley and that's what I do.
Next! Bev gave this game a big rap when he previewed it a couple of weeks ago. It's from Sony, it's a sports sim, and it's called ESPN Baseball. Could this be a challenge to EA sporting dominance? Only time will tell. So let's wait. I mean, it's not as though we've got anything better to do, is it?
How many baseball games can you make?
I don't know. Heaps. What do you reckon, Tim?
Yeah, I reckon heaps too.
Thanks, guys. You've been a big help. What I was trying to get to is that ESPN Baseball is destined to be a definite standout in a very competitive field. For starters, this game has no split screen between the infield and outfield.
Meaning, you won't lose sight of the ball when it gets smacked right out of there. And the animation is smooth as a baby's...
But that's not all. Your designated pitcher will let you know whether the pitch you've chosen is the right one to throw. Very handy when your bases are loaded.
In fact, everything about ESPN Baseball is user-friendly. Change your pitches, batting order, fielding positions, and if you don't like your team colours,
sack them and choose from any of the major league teams. One of the beaut aspects of this game is that even against a computer, your team is programmed to run as fast, hit as far, and throw as quick, which is more than you can say about
a lot of other baseball sims. The game offers fully digitised speech and cool atmospheric crowd effects.
Whatever that means. ESPN Baseball is as close as being out there as possible. From me, 92. What do you reckon, Mutt?
I really got into it, especially hitting you out of the park, brother. I gave it 90. What about you, Tim?
A definite must for the hardcore baseball fans out there, 86.
Combat 2. Out now.
Johnny, where do I get this?
FX Games. Hilltop Plaza, Charlestown.
And on this special episode of Play Guide Zone, we're bringing you a fantastic play guide from the GameStar cheat file for Virtua Racing on the Mega Drive. If you're finding it tough to reach those tough time limits, then try these tips for size. With the help from the Zone and GameStar, you'll soon be standing on the winner's podium. On the beginner track, don't bother using the brakes at all. Just ease off the accelerator when you come to the curves. This track is great to use if you want to improve your driving skills and speeds. On the medium track, use the straights to overtake as the narrow road makes it slightly more difficult on other parts of the track. The roadblock signs at the bottom of this track can be driven through with no effect on the car. By driving through the signs, you can cut the corners right off and pick up vital seconds. Finally, the expert track's corners are your biggest worry. A cool trick is to use short bursts of left and right to move the car around the corners. When you see the blue and red Sonic sign up ahead, hit the brakes for a second and throw the car around the right-hand corner into the next straight. Now have the power full on down the straight and slight bend, then brake again and swing to the left around the bank. Halfway around the bank, hit the accelerator again and power out of the corner. Keep an eye on your car's damage at all times and take those pit stops when necessary.
Now this comp kicks big butt, big time. The people at Sony have put up for grabs a Sony Entertainment System, which includes a 34cm remote control TV, a Sony Discman, 10 killer CDs, of your choice of course, plus a Super Nintendo and a copy of their hot new game, Vortex. Huge or what, I ask you. And all you have to do to win is this. Watch The Zone over the next 3 weeks and write down the 4 morphing stages featured in Vortex. How easy is that? We'll show you all 4 each week, and when the time comes, we'll give you the details of where to send your entries. So get out your pens and get ready in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, give me 5.
if you've completed all the levels in Sonic 2 and you think there's just nothing else to be done, then try out this challenge. On the very first level, Emerald Hill Zone, try and complete the level in 29 seconds or less. If you do, it's 50,000 points bonus. Impossible? Here's a tip. You must find the speed boots. You can get them like this. Run to the right past the fish. Jump over the first gap and then jump over the yellow spring and the gap together. When you get to the yellow spring on an angle, hit it and fly to the right. Don't go too far or you'll miss the boots. Get them, then head towards the end, timing your jumps and lands so you're not hit by anything. That's the key. Don't get hit. If you do, you might not make it.
Now I know what you're thinking. Flight Simulator? Has the ad still lost the plot here or something? How lame. There aren't even any planes for you to shoot. And you're right, guys. There aren't any planes for you to shoot. Although if you're that hell-bent on mass destruction, then crashing into other planes in mid-air is always an interesting option. The point is, although Microsoft's infamous Flight Simulator might not be everyone's glass of Ribena, one shouldn't sell the game short on some preconceived idea of it being a program strictly for the possessors of pocket protectors. Grab the New York or Paris scenery discs and you can be flying in formation at dawn through, and if you're not careful actually, into the Eiffel Tower in no time. Or if you want unparalleled realism, try the Washington scenery disc, digitised from the actual satellite photos. Choose from one of our 4 planes and take off in whatever kind of weather you would desire.